I have just found and purchased one of the craziest looking PlayStations I've ever seen. What we have here is a PSX. It's basically a PlayStation 2 mashed with a video recorder. So you can record live TV on this and then play PlayStation games as well. It's basically just like a big advanced media hub. But the main reason why I got it is because just look how sleek this system looks. It is very, very sexy. I mean, it kind of actually looks like a PlayStation 5 now that I'm thinking about it. Like, look at that. That is very similar in style. And the system was only released here in Japan and was only made for about 15 months before they decided to discontinue it. Now, it was also not a cheap system to purchase at the time. For reference, a standard PS2 was roughly around $300, whereas this system here, back in the day, was about $700 to $900 depending on which storage option you went for. So yes, very premium device, and it's probably why it ended up failing. Now, something to note about my particular unit here is I did purchase it from a junk section at a hard off, so it is not in perfect condition. If we look at the front of the system, you may notice, maybe not, but the front is actually supposed to have a cover that hides all of these little components down here. Now, I do actually have that cover, and it would look something a little bit like this if I had it on. So it's supposed to look clean. It's got all the different little things that you can use on it down there, so it can play discs, DVDs, and PlayStation games. But unfortunately, with my unit, the connector down here, the little plastic bit, has actually snapped off. I do have the little plastic part that has snapped off, so I'm going to see if I can maybe glue it back on and see if that'll be strong enough to hold it up. If not, it's not the end of the world, but it would be cool to have it back on there so it looks even more slick. Though actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of cool seeing the memory card slot and the little USB connector down there. But yeah, we'll see what we can do there. Another thing that is wrong with it, when I purchased it, the guy said that it is making like a high-pitched noise when it's powered on. I guess we'll find that out soon. I haven't actually tested it out yet. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that sounds. And I did also kind of make a mistake when I did purchase all of the stuff in store. So I bought the games, controller, as well as the memory card. But something I messed up was the video cable. Now this is just a standard PS2 video cable. I just kind of assumed this would work because this is basically just a PS2, but just like a super fancy one. This one here on the back does not even have that connector. So I kind of bought this for no reason. I should have checked while I was in the store. Like, I literally just had to turn the system to the back and check. So it has standard AV cable connectors as well as S-video, so I'm gonna have to go back to the shops to buy one of those. But also something that I've just realized is even when I do buy the standard AV cables, my TV here doesn't even have AV connectors on it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get some sort of HDMI adapter or something, so I'll have to do my research there. Once I do that, I'm not expecting amazing video quality out of this, but I don't really care. I just kind of want to see it going. I guess I should probably go out and try and find some cables and maybe some glue so I can try to glue this part back on. Let's go shopping. Let's do it. Okay, we are back at the house. We have an HDMI adapter. This thing is honestly the coolest thing I have ever used. All right, look at this. I've already played around with it a little bit. Look at that logo. Oh, it is majestic. And then watch this, wait for it. It does this for some reason. Boom! We are on the PlayStation X menu, and look how cool it looks. It is like a PlayStation 3, but like super basic. Let me get the controller. We can cycle through the menu. This is honestly so amazing. I can't stop saying that, but look. If you're familiar with the regular PS2, you'll know that this is definitely not the same menu. So on this one, you have the option to play games, watch live TV, recorded videos which you can save, which this guy has actually, the original owner has actually saved live TV, which is so cool. So we'll go into some of those soon. You can also save music onto this, so you can burn CDs onto here, photos as well, and then you've got your settings. And I have figured out very quickly what the guy in the shop was talking about, the loud, like, staticky noise. If I turn up the volume, let me just do that real quick. You will hear it is just constantly doing a staticky noise. Though I figured out a way to fix this. I don't know why this works, but when you go to watch one of the saved videos, so we'll just go on to one of these, it fixes it. And isn't this so cool? And now look, the whole video is fixed. There's no more static. I don't know how that fixes it, but that is just how you do it. But look how cool this is. This is like a time capsule. I've got so many recordings from when whoever owned this. Look, from 2007. This is so cool. You can watch Japanese TV from 2007. Damn, I want to watch this movie. Limit of Love. Okay, what else have we got on here? So many videos. Okay, we've got some music as well. We've got 2 albums, so let's just go on to one of them. Bro, this reminds me of like the Windows XP media player. Damn, this is trippy. And unfortunately, there are no photos on this one. So that is very sad. But we do have a lot of videos, which I think is probably the coolest thing to have. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this feature here was when you could watch live TV. So you'd just plug an aerial straight into the system, and then you could play live TV. Wait, actually, can I try that right now? I don't know if this part will actually work, because I'm assuming this is probably going to be way too old to accept like a modern TV signal. Though, now that I think about it, Japan is very slow to upgrade things, so let me just try that. I do have an aerial here. Okay, I've just plugged in the aerial. I don't know if this will work, but we'll see. Damn. Okay, it's all static. Let me try to restart the system, just in case. We do also have a second aerial connector right there, so I can maybe try swap it over to that as well. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So cool. No. Oh? Feels like it's thinking about it on this one. Let me try something. Okay, I've just swapped it over to the second one. Let's see. Still static. That one sounded different. Line. Alright, I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna see if I can get this going. I've just found this setting here, which is kind of like a manual search for channels. I'll just see what happens when we try to search for channels. Because I'm assuming this hasn't been used in like 15 years, so all the channels may be very old. Is that it, searching channels? I have no idea. BS11. What does that even mean? Oh, it's gone to 13. Come on. We're nearly there. Oh, please. Please work. Please. Oh. And I've lost all the channels. Great. Well, they didn't work anyway. Let me try to do this again. I had a good look. I cannot fix the issue, so I guess this can no longer do TV services, which is a shame. I almost forgot, but I also still have this part that I was going to try to fix up, so I'll try to do that now. I did just go out and buy some like super glue, which is designed for plastics, so hopefully this will get the job done. So it should go on like that. I think I'll put the glue on top of this. Oh, there we go. That is kind of a bit more angled than I would have liked. There we go. Nice. I think that is on where I want it to be. I hope I have it on the right way. Huh. Nice. That is surprisingly clean, what I just did there. That was crazy. Wait, let me get a close-up of that. Let me just show you what it looks like now. That is not bad at all. Oh my goodness. Now you can see there's kind of a hole there, but it's supposed to be like that. Like, that's the other one. Why am I so shaky? But yeah, it's supposed to look like that. Oh, that was a good angle. How did I do that? Like, that is not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. About 2 hours has passed since I glued this together. I think maybe now is probably a good time to test it out, see if it's gonna work. So I'm gonna see if I can put this on. Oh! I am a genius. Oh my goodness. Oh, done. And I just dropped my iToy. But look, oh my goodness, that actually worked. I was very scared that it was gonna break. Now, I guess I gotta see if it's gonna break when I open it. Oh! Okay. It does work. Yes. Oh! And it feels sturdy. I probably shouldn't test it out too much, but it works. That is very satisfying. Oh, beauty. So now I can choose, do I want to show this stuff, or if I don't want to show it, I just close it. I have also just discovered something very sad. So I just tried to play one of the games. So we've got like a flight simulator. Thought I would try that out. When I put it into the system, it does not load it, unfortunately. I did look it up, and there is actually quite a common fault with these systems here. So they've actually got two lasers. One of the lasers basically detects what type of media it is, if it's like a DVD, a game, or a CD. If that laser breaks, then it does not know to put this into the game laser. So hopefully the game laser is fine on this, but I can't actually boot into the game without that first laser working. I've seen online there's some workarounds where you can buy like a special memory card that basically bypasses that and lets you use it. Hopefully the laser for the games is still fine, but I won't know until I order one of these special memory cards, which I do not have right now. And what makes it even more annoying, while I was buying the HDMI adapter and all that, I bought a bunch more games, and I cannot use it. I was really looking forward to playing the iToy, because, I mean, come on, man, that's a classic. And yeah, JoJo, Metal Gear, Devil May Cry, Ratchet and Clank. It is what it is, I guess. Probably try to order one of those memory cards. This is still a really cool piece of history for Sony. I mean, come on, man, that whole menu. The fact that I can just watch old Japanese TV on this is cool enough for me. Do I know what's happening in this right now? No idea, but this is still very cool. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, maybe. Peace.